Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Brooklyn Dodgers. We are now beginning our third season with the Dodgers, and the first two haven't gone super great. We're getting better. But our most important question to answer this episode is what to do about our draft. We have a first overall draft pick in a draft that doesn't have a first overall player. I mean, it's just true. And this happened historically too, right? This was a big issue where during World War II, a lot of the players that joined the league weren't very good because all the best and most healthy people were all in World War II. So, to that end, we need to make some decisions. And after having a week to think about it, I'm not using the first overall pick. I think that's ridiculous to even think about it. The game thinks I should take Al Gianfrido. If he's a little better defensively, I might consider it. Especially with Freddie Lindstrom retiring. But at the end of the day, he's not appreciably better than Herb Dusac. And yes, he had a bad season, but that doesn't mean he'll always have a bad season. We also really need a quality defensive shortstop. And yes, Johnny Pesky might eventually become that player. But if he's only hitting 261, Pesky becomes a real bad choice to keep in the lineup. So we have a lot of needs, none of which can be filled in this draft. That's the big takeaway here. And so we're going to need to figure out a solution to our current situation. I'm not using the first overall draft pick on a player. No player in this draft is worth it. Now, I do think, because we have so many needs, that I will keep the second first round pick, and I will use that this season. But I won't use the first overall pick. I think it turns into the second overall pick. I think you drop a slot every time you keep a pick. But I can't remember for sure if that's how they do it. That's good water. So, that's where we are right now. What is on offer for Johnny Pesky? Because here's the thing. When Johnny Pesky was hitting over 300, I could overlook his defense. But he cost us a win on the field. And he did it last season too. He also randomly played a catcher, like what the fuck, but anyway. I think we're going to be hurting ourselves by keeping Pesky. I got suckered. I admit when I'm wrong. And first thing we're going to do, right off the bat, we're going to trade him. I will look at any type of player. I'm just looking for the best possible addition to our team. I would love an elite center fielder. I don't know that any of those are on offer, and Johnny Rucker certainly doesn't qualify. What else? We probably need to replace Tommy Henrik too. So we can also look at getting any kind of outfielder. That would also be an acceptable way to spend our trade here. Paul Busby. No, not for Johnny Pesky, although I like him. I don't think that's a good move. Looking. I mean, trading for Eddie Lake offers us a couple things here. First of all, we get a much better shortstop. Second of all, we get someone who's always been capable of getting on base at a pretty high clip. I'm not saying Eddie Lake is the solution to all of our problems, but I think he's the current winner so far. Rucker can't play center. We already know that. Terry Moore is meh. Johnny Lydell can play center but can't actually hit. Vince DiMaggio is not the worst decision, but again, he's kind of meh. I think we're going to go ahead and swap him for Eddie Lake and then try to get the Cubs to kick in another player or two. Man, I would love to get Dane Clay, but I can't because he is... Why? Oh, because he was just drafted. I can't remember when that clock runs out, but Dane Clay would be a perfect addition to our team. I don't even know why you're ranked to 38, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so there's nobody here worth talking about. You have Bob fucking Feller and using him as a reliever? Why? His control was not that bad in real life. I think something must have happened to him. Like, okay, would Pete Reiser solve all of our problems? Yes. Will the Cubs give him to me? Under almost no circumstances would he do so. Or Ted fucking Williams. If we're gonna go for... Okay, I can't have Ted Williams. I bet I can't have Pete Reiser either. Yeah. Because my owner's still being a jackass, which means any payroll moves I make have to be payroll neutral. Or even save me money. Man. I gotta go with Eddie Lake. I might eventually regret this, but I don't regret it now. I'm gonna make the trade. It's a bit of a treading water type move, but we got a better defender who can also get on base at a pretty substantial clip. And I don't need him to provide that much offensively to stay in the lineup. Okay. I need more contact hitters, I think. I only have 3. And I just need a better outfielder. So we're also going to trade Tommy Henrik. And we're going to focus purely on prospects. Try to save some cash here. What do we got here? I could get Jim Russell and push him to left. That wouldn't be a terrible option. But on the other hand, what we really need is a power bat. Again, there's Paul Busby, and you know me, I love a guy who gets on base at a crazy clip. His home run power is not that bad, and he's more than deserving of a trip to the major leagues. Could I get Busby and Russell? I can give up relatively little to get it. You want my backup first baseman, you can have him. And so let me explain why I'm doing this. First of all, we get two more very talented offensive performers. Um, both of whom are really good at getting on base, and both of them have good enough secondary skills that we can make them work somewhere. We're still going to need a center fielder, though. We keep coming back to that. Because Jim Russell is not a center fielder. Could I get Gillen water? Oh, that's his issue. He makes a lot of errors. I'd rather give Dusac another try. Yeah. No, I can't afford him. At all. Would I rather York over Russell? Probably. But again, I don't think it matters. Because I don't think I can generate and I don't think I can trade enough salary. So I'm just going to make this deal. I am then going to put Jim Russell in the majors and Taffy, I'm going to move you to right. And we now have a better team. We are lacking a true power threat, though. We are lacking a true power threat. Which is fine. I'm not going to weep hot tears. Because one thing we're going to do a lot of is get on base. And as long as you score runs, it doesn't matter how you score them. But I would like at least one more home run hitter. So we may have to have a think about that. You're not playing in center, dude. I think I have a coach to hire, so let's go ahead and do that. You have two coaches to hire. Okay. Do we want to promote anybody to being our third base coach? Honestly, I think you'd be an excellent choice. So I'm going to avoid taking too long to think about this. You're my new third base coach. Bill McCarthy, you're not a very good manager, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm not going to promote you. Gene Lansing, on the other hand, is amazing. But he'd also be a really good pitching coach. I think I'm going to go ahead and promote him to AAA manager. Bill Linehauser is quite good at his job. Let's promote him as well. Pitching coach wise, Bob Harmon is quite good. So is Larry Gardner. So we're just going to do a boop. And a boop. And John Woods, have you earned a promotion? No, you're terrible. Okay, great. So let's get ourselves a new pitching coach. Am I going to get Gordon Rhodes? Absolutely not. I'm just going to pick the guy who doesn't already have a job. And hope that that makes things a bit easier. Someone really great at development. Bill Lawrence. Why not? Okay. Are we a better team now? Absolutely. We definitely need more, though, if we're going to be even remotely competitive. Man. No, I'm not doing it. I'm going to stay strong. I am not going to use the first overall pick on Pat Siri just to address the power issue. No, that ain't happening. I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you right now. because I really don't want to lose that asset. Great. Especially when there could be franchise level players in future drafts. Walt. Oh, I am not letting you go, my dude. I'm going to give you an extension, and the moment spots open, I'm going to promote you. Hey, good job, Phil. A gold glove. Nice. Like, the biggest problem is going to be the salary. Danny Taylor, do I want to keep you? Very much so. I just need y'all to hold out until some spots above you fill out. Let's do some Hall of Fame voting. No. I'm not giving up Cy Blanton for a very dodgy center fielder. No, Reject. By the way, something I'd love to see in that Hall of Fame email, give a quick preview of the candidates of like the best WAR. I think that'd be a cool way to get players more interested. Just a thought. Ayers, you gotta make it this time. 80 wins above replacement as a Hall of Famer. I don't care how you slice it. Bancroft, yes. I really like Clyde Barnhart, actually. I think he deserves to be in the Hall. He's almost got 3,000 hits. He's a great overall player. Easy choice. Anybody else here that really strikes me as incredibly impressive? We can add in Bobby Fats here. I can vote for Frankie Frisch. I'm not a hateful person. Just because I buried him on the depth chart doesn't I don't think he deserves it. Burley Grimes. I'm just scrolling through right now to see if there's any other big names so I don't forget them. Hi, Joe Sewell. You're in my book. I'll vote for Red Smith. I don't think it's going to matter, but I'm going to try it. I'm also going to vote for Ray Schalk. Again, I don't think either one of them will get in necessarily, but we're going to give it a try. I'll throw a vote to Johnny Mostel. I don't think it'll matter. Irish Musil, no. I'd vote for Bob over him, and I'm not sure I'm going to vote for Bob either. I will vote for Rabbit Moranville. Charlie Holliker, I will also vote for. And I think I've reached a point where I'm going to vote for everyone I want to vote for right now. Yeah. It's a really crowded ballot. Like, I guess I could vote for Frank Allen. It doesn't hurt anything, but I don't think he's going to make it. And that seems good. Alright, first year player draft. I can have any player I want. The problem is I don't want a player. Oh, you're doing it again, game. It's my fault. I clicked on Hall of Famer stats. I need to stop doing that, or at least remember that I did it. Okay. Um, Jean Frito is a really great player, but he's not a first overall pick. And I actually want a chance to grab him with my second first round pick. Because at least his range is good, right? Which means he's going to get to balls. And he's a much better offensive contributor. So I'm going to pick somebody. I'm going to pick Joe Nuxhall just because I know I'm not going to sign him. And it makes him feel better. Okay. Jean Frito is still here. But I need power. Pat Siri can give me power eventually. Not right now. He definitely needs time to percolate in the minor leagues. But I've got to be thinking both long-term and short-term. I think Siri is the pick. Just because while Jean Frito seems like a pretty complete ball player and everything but power, the thing is that I have no power in my franchise. So I'm going to go ahead and take Siri. He is a risk. But if he turns out to be the player we know that he can be, he will more than repay that risk. So I will take Siri with my 4th overall pick. Alright. I'd really like a center fielder. But I may not be able to get one of those. All batters. Nope. Not at 27. What this basically means is he is who we think he is, and what he is a power bat off the bench and not really more than that. He's a very all or nothing kind of guy. I don't think I can take that. Not when I have so many other needs to fill. Really, game? You know, I'm hoping. I haven't looked it up yet. I don't think any of them debut this quickly. But man, wouldn't Willie Mays be like the perfect player? I mean, absent of context, there's a good argument for calling him the perfect player. But man, he would fill so many holes on this team instantaneously. I guess what I'm saying is I really want Willie Mays, but I don't think I'm gonna get him. Are there any secret brilliant hitters here? Is Don Savage really as good as it gets? That is pretty terrible, actually. Yeah, I'll take Emil Verbon. I'm not overwhelmingly happy about him either, but I've got to do something. I would like to look at default, please. And we're going to sort by potential. Another reliever wouldn't necessarily go amiss. Because Blix Donnelly is not a starter. take Fireman Joe Page. The reason I'm not taking Roser is because he's a good pitcher, but all his pitches are kind of garbage. Whereas we look at Joe Page, he's got a good fastball, and he's got really good stuff. So we'll take him. I guess Red Durrett is better than other choices. We'll take him to give us a bit of depth if we need it. Hank, you're only 18 years old. There's a chance that you could make some pretty big improvements, so I'm going to take a flyer. Oh, you would be impossible. Well, that's fine. Sure, Jim Devlin. Welcome to Brooklyn. And I'm going to go ahead and complete the draft. Hey, Joe. Stay in school, kid. Signing all the people. Oh, the rest of y'all can just leave. What a worm. LOL. Anyway. What can we grab ourselves in the Rule 5? I can have any player my heart desires, which is a great feeling. Although the question is, does my heart actually desire any of these players? The answer is not really. Unless there's like secretly a brilliant defensive center fielder here. Oh god, they're all terrible. Yeah, I'm good. Let's go ahead and sim right the way on up to the preseason. No, he wouldn't. Buster Adams is not very good. Yeah, y'all don't know what you're doing by not electing Frank Allen. If there is a Jay Jaffe in this universe, the guy who writes a lot about the Hall of Fame, one of my favorite authors, he's gonna be like, yeah, Frank Allen should be in the Hall of Fame. That's kind of bullshit, but whatever. Okay. Let us proceed. You cut my budget again, you absolute asshole. Why, game? Why do you look at this budget and decide that the one thing I need is less money? Like, I can't make the team any better. You're crippling us. And I don't like it. I don't like being in a position where I can't add to the team because you won't give me any salary. SMH my head. I mean, Irv getting worse at center is not a good look for you. Okay, so actually we'll get the number 1 overall pick next year too. Okay, I feel better about that. And yeah, until you give me a generational player, I'm not going to use that pick. Unless you force me to. Alright. Who's getting a spring training invite? Warren Spahn. Pat Siri, Paul Busby, Bill Burgo, Emile Verbon, Joe Page. I think that's good. Game. Go ahead and bench coach it up, my dude. I mean, I don't really want Warren Spahn to be the ace, but we can try it, I guess. There we go. And let's start simming. I kind of wish I'd taken a picture with my second round pick, but I really think we needed more people and other aspects of the baseball, so I'm not that annoyed by it. Yeah, guys, all Warren Spahn needs is to maximize his control, and spoiler alert, he's a Hall of Famer in real life. And that's gonna look real good. When I've got a freaking horse who can give me like 300 innings a year without even sweating. It'll be great. Okay. No injuries. Good. Pat, you're not starting your career in the majors because until you can improve your discipline and your contact, all you are is a glorified bench bat, not a regular contributor. Burgo to the minors, Busby to the minors. For now, I might call them back up later. No, you know, I'd rather Busby over fucking Peanuts Lowry. At least Busby is great at getting on base. Lowry is great at nothing other than having an awesome first name. How many pitchers do I have? I have 14. I need to get rid of 3 of them. Page to the minors, Riddle to the minors, and Lynn to the minors. Now here's my question to myself. Do we let Warren Spahn have a spot in the rotation now? I'm going to get a scouting report on you. And I'm going to hope that I can get that scouting report before spring training is over with. Let's sim a day. And another day. So here you go. His control dropped a hair, but his velocity got better. He's only 22. Warren Spahn, I'm going to let you start the year in the minors with the understanding that you're going to have a very short time in there indeed if someone gets hurt. But I don't only want 10 pitchers. I feel like that's playing with fire. And I don't need like 6 outfielders. I think that's a bit silly. So I'm going to go ahead and send Busby to the minors. No, fuck that. I'm going to send Sulik to the minors. I'm not going to trade Sulik. I wasn't planning on this, but I think it just makes sense because Busby and Russell both do what he does. Like, yeah, he's a better left fielder, but it's not like they're awful. Give me a prospect for Sulik, please. I guess I could look at regulars, too, and see if there's someone I can actually add to make my team better. You know what, Buck Atchison? Welcome aboard. That saves me money. And then I can afford to have my additional pitcher. I got a couple of good strikeout guys in the pen already. I'd like someone who can keep it low. So let's go ahead and make Lynn our last player here. This does give me the unexpected decision of what to do with Emil Verbon, who I kind of didn't want to play in the majors this year. But I'm not seeing a great argument for not doing it. Like, I kind of figured Busby or Russell or both would make the roster. And it's like I don't need a backup second baseman. Because Skeeter Newsom can handle that. Do you have a big power guy lurking in the minors who just needs an opportunity? Even if he's just like a pinch hitter? I'm not going to do it to Siri. Nope. Hey, my new pal Buck Etchison. Let's add him. And then that way Verbon can get some practice in the minors. Etchison is unironically the best power hitter on the team. He's not even going to start. That's pretty funny. Alright, so Busby, you make the roster. Etchison makes the roster. And the pitching staff is fine. Alright, Tex Houston, you're my ace. You're my bro. Then Cy Blanton. Then Red Munger. Then Roger the Wolf. And last but certainly not least, Hugh Mulcahy. Reliever time. So either Wassell or Carpenter should be our first man up. Has Carpenter actually started yet in the majors? He started last year. I'm going to go ahead and make it you, Carpenter. Because Wassell's gotten multiple chances to be a starter and he wasn't that great at it. And I just think that Wassell's a better pitcher if he gets his stamina, his stuff boost. So you're going to be long relief. I'm going to try Russ Christopher as our stopper. And then everyone else I'm going to relieve. Maybe asking why not Tommy Hughes? Because Tommy Hughes is only better at stuff than Christopher. And Christopher's got better control and much better movement. We could really do with a couple of better relievers. Maybe something I start poking around at if it becomes necessary during the season. Go ahead and nuke all this, please. Just nuke it all. Okay. Batting ratings. Aji Galan, I almost have to bet you lower in the order despite the fact you're the perfect leadoff guy just because... I guess I don't have to. Alright. So we could have Taffy right hit leadoff, and Billy Sullivan hit second, And then put Gallant hitting third. And then somebody hits fourth. Because someone has to. Alright, Billy Sullivan, leadoff guy. Cappy Wright, number 2 hitter. Augie Gallant, third hitter. Now, the question is Busby or Russell? And Russell is a little bit better hitter up and down. But Busby does have more power. But Russell is the better hitter. Busby really doesn't like facing left-handed pitching. And neither does Russell, despite being a leadoff guy. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, if I'm getting the same thing with either player, I'm gonna pick Busby to play left. Not shortstop, just left. Thanks. I'm gonna trade Jim Russell, and I'm gonna see if I can't pick up a true middle of the order type. A guy with a big old bat. I'm not going to get Cass Michaels or not. I could also upgrade the bullpen. Which I just got through saying could use a bit of work. I'll even add a veteran because I'm just looking for a big bat. And then please give me all batters. This game really wants me to have Carden, Gill, and Water. I just don't think I trust him as a center fielder. Bud Hayfie? Like, I know he's not a great center fielder either, but he's at least as good as Dusac, and he is a power hitter. And we don't have that right now. A guy like Butch Neiman could be a good addition. He's got really good power. So here's my train of thought. We have a bad center fielder now who also can't hit. If I'm going to have a bad center fielder, anyone might as well get one who can hit and give us something that the team lacks, which is a power threat. And yet, he's never hit well in the majors, but it looks like he's never really been given a chance to. He hasn't been just turned loose. On the other hand, there's nothing Hayfie does that... Where'd he go? That Butch Neiman doesn't do better. Neiman is actually much more likely to be successful in the major leagues than what's-his-face. So I will actually trade for Neiman, even though I'd rather have a better center fielder. I can't get Roy Weatherly, can I? Oh, I don't want him. Can I get George Mekovich? All I have to give you is Voissel. Done. Can I get you to throw in a reliever? Okay, can I get you to throw in a good reliever? I don't need, like, the greatest reliever in human history, but, like, N.R. Johnson would be lovely. I'll even give you Taffy Wright, because I won't need him anymore. Will I? No, I won't. Yes, let's trade him. Okay, so Neiman replaces Wright. Metkovich plays in center. And Busby plays in left. Okay. I like that. Can I get a prospect? Just for funsies? Like an Ed Sauer, perhaps? And a Roof Gentry? And I complete the trade. Metkovich, Art Johnson, and Neiman right to the majors. No hesitation. Neiman, I'm going to move you to right. There we go. That changes a lot. And I'm pretty happy about it. Because we've filled most of our biggest problems. Now, Metkovich is not a perfect center fielder. If we look at his arm, it's pretty crappy. And he's going to make a fair few errors, but I think overall he's going to make up for it. He also won Rookie of the Year. Neat. And he's also got a pretty good amount of power, too. So he's going to be batting... so Busby's going to be batting second. Let's leverage that on Blitz. No, Busby hits too many home runs. And then we've also got Neiman now, too. Alright, Neiman is the cleanup guy. He's the best power hitter of the bunch. Metkovich bats fifth. Busby bats sixth. No, Busby hits second. His on-base ability is incredible, and I think he'll be very valuable there. No, you know what? Done. I like Galan too much as a leadoff guy. And that way Billy Sullivan can... Who's not a great power hitter. So Billy Sullivan can move him over. And then hopefully between Metkovich, Neiman, and Busby, we can drive him in. That seems good. Eddie Lake, I'm going to have you bat seventh. And then Gold Glove winner Phil Massey. Someone's got to be the catcher. It might as well be you. There we go. Billy Cox, #1 pinch hitter. Backup third baseman extraordinaire. No. Game, no. Can you play anywhere else? You can also kind of not embarrass yourself with shortstop. I'm going to have you do some reps at... No, I'm just going to be just backup at third. That's fine. That's fine. Buck Atchison, you're going to be my utility first base backup, and you're going to be my #2 pinch hitter. Skeeter Newsom backs up at second and third. Or sorry, second and short. I do want Billy Cox to at least get a little bit of familiarity with the other backup positions because I want to make him into kind of a super sub down the line. So we can give him that. Ken O'Day, you're the backup catcher. Mr. Busby, you really don't like hitting against lefties, and Herb Dusac kind of does. Well, relatively speaking, he's still kind of a bad hitter. I want Dusac to get reps hitting, so I'm gonna go ahead and make him the number 1 backup at all 3 outfield positions, with Lindsey Deal the number 1 backup at center, the number 2 backup at center. Copy, copy. Okay. I think I'm good. I think we're good to start the season. Certainly not what I expected. If you told me this offseason that I would be turning over half my lineup, I would have believed you. But I'm not doing it with rookies, really. And the moment Siri develops the rest of his game, he's going to be in the majors. And then will really be something to be feared. Alright, opening day it is, friends. Cowabunga it is. Well, I'm angry with your performance as an owner, so feelings mutual, my dude. So, of course, all my hitters get worse, but it's fine. It's fine. That's all whatever. So, is this a World Series team? No. I'm banking on too many players giving me either insane seasons or really playing above their actual talent level. I have no delusions about this team making the playoffs this year. What I'm trying to do is keep my job, which means, yeah, I'm not going to increase my profit, dude. It's not going to happen. I can't win without more money, so just deal with it. He's 86. This fucker is bound to die any day now. And hopefully make my life a lot easier. I know you want to be an upgraded catcher. I get that. I'd like a better catcher too. I just don't think it's a priority. And part of the issue here is I'm technically cheating because the game shouldn't let me have that much for scouting and player development. But that's alright. We're just going to keep going, and we're going to see what happens. My goal this season is to get 80 wins. If I can get 80 wins, I will be very happy. And I think my owner will be happy too. Spawn's control is picking up, as it does. Rex Barney's throwing harder. That's a good sign for him. So we're 14-14. I'm comfortable with that. How did you turn out, Lou Boudreau? He actually put up a couple of borderline MVP seasons. I I still think I made the right call, but then he ended up on the Yankees, which just feels wrong. Oh well. Let me go ahead and sim forward. I don't think there's anything big I can do here. Nah, I'm good. Paul Busby only hitting 227 is concerning. But it's also his first action in the major league, so we can give him some chance. Give him a proper chance to get used to things. I'd love to move Jib Williams up in the lineup. I don't believe he's going to hit 300. I don't think he has it in him. Let's just sim forward another month, unless there's something... Don't you fucking dare, game. That's all I gotta say. Fine. I don't want him to be hurt for 4 weeks, you absolute asshole, but whatever. I can't really do anything about that. I guess I'll call up Bill Burgo. Because I really don't want to call up Siri unless I have to. Dusak is going to start in center. And Deal's going to be the primary defensive replacement there. I really don't like this happening at this point in the season. Because I don't think Dusak is good enough. But, you know, he's only got to hit a tiny bit. And he's definitely hitting third, though. Here we go. He's hitting last. Or at least I didn't put up any other pinch hitters, which is fine because I'd rather have Cox and Etchison do all the pinch hitting. There you go. You can hit third for a while. Dave Williams. Well, that is something I'm not prepared for because I don't think I have another catcher in the minors. I have Jim Devlin. Hey Jim. Welcome to the big leagues. I wish you weren't here, but you are. Great, and my catcher's actually terrible at his job. I completely neglect a catcher, and that's on me. Because I don't think there's going to be an easy way to get a catcher. That's fine. Okay, we get Mekovich back. That is excellent news. Bill Burgo back to the minors with you. Mekovich instantly gets his job back and is going to instantly be hitting third again. And let's just copy it over once I've set up Dusak as backup center fielder. And then Lindsey Deal no longer needs to be a defensive sub. So we're going to do copy and copy. And paste and paste. Much better. How is Pat Siri doing, my guys? Has he unlocked his full potential yet? He didn't even show up on my report. That's kind of lame. I guess because his eye improved, which is great. But it's going to take him a while before he gets there, I think. I was getting 50 homers in the minors, so that's fun. That's always fun. Nice. Okay, Butch. I need more than that. So I'm gonna I'm gonna swap you with Dib Williams. I don't love doing it, but at least Dib Williams can hit, and you cannot right now. I have a lot of replacement level hitters on this team. I realize this, and I need to fix that, but I don't know how to fix that. When I can't add to the payroll. That's the big takeaway. And when you keep crippling my pitchers, that's also not nice. Well, Warren Spawn, I didn't want to throw you in like this, but I have to. I'm gonna make Bob Carpenter the starter, and I'm gonna let you get some major league reps as emergency starter long relief. Just let you build up your arm a bit. I noticed you strayed from my goal of dancing around 500 this year. Skeeter, you're not a starter. You need to stop. No one thinks of you as a starter. Friends, I might get fired again. Billy Sullivan is our only all-star, which seems a bit of a shame. You think some of my pitchers would have a chance at it. But nope, Billy Sullivan's the only all-star. I mean, to be fair, my starting rotation hasn't exactly been brilliant this year. My defense is also pretty bad, though, which is annoying because I spent a lot of time fixing it in the offseason. Who's the problem? Literally everyone but Mekovich. Yeah, Dib Williams is bad. Neiman is bad. Busby is bad. Lake is good. Sullivan is okay. But yeah, that's kind of yikes. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know if there's a solution to our problem this season. Other than hoping that the owner dies and that the next person actually lets me acquire better players for more money. Should I just go and acquire Johnny Sane so he can get Spawn Insane and play for Rain? It probably wouldn't be that hard. But no. Okay, are you all being hosed on FIP? That is the $1 million question. Yeah, by FIP, I have a much better pitching staff. They're being victimized by bad defenders, which is unfortunate. But we're also not scoring. So actually, we are scoring. Surprisingly enough, we're fourth in the league in runs scored. That's intriguing. Your problem just we have a lot of mediocre defenders, which is hurting the rest of the team. But there's very little I can do about that Because the moment I trade for great defenders, I'm... Well, look. Paul Busby is not great. I've given him 300 at-bats to prove to me that he can be a capable player, and the answer is that he can't. He's got a bit of pop. He's got decent on-base skills, but he's a bad outfielder. Like, he's going to cost us a win with his bad outfield play. And is there a better choice? Do I have a great defensive outfielder? I really don't. I have a bunch of players that are all right about the same level of talent. I just need more talent. Okay, Lindsey Deal is fine. I don't dislike Lindsey, but also not great. Look, Butch Neiman, if you're going to play that badly, I'd rather have Seeley or Siri in the majors, which I really don't want to do yet. And I guess I'm losing anyway, so there's not really a big push to swap them out. Joe Wood. I mean, I could give Skeeter Newsom second base, but he can't. I guess he can hit a little bit. Yeah, Dib Williams is replacement level. At least Newsom isn't a replacement level defender. What could I get for Dib? All players, just prospects. Really? Only pitchers? What if I add in regulars? Wow, I can't even get a 50. Is there a good defender who can also at least hit a little bit? I mean, heck, Chuck Workman is Buster Neiman, but with actual talent defensively. But he's also $14 million, which is gross. I'm going to trade for Johnny Barrett. I'm sorry that the fans are sad, but I'm trying to make everything better. And Johnny Barrett in left field makes everything better. What did I do? I made him a shortstop. That was not my intention. You know it wasn't. There. He upgrades the defense. And yes, Busby's the better power hitter, but I'm not saying I'm going to demote Busby. But I do need a middle infielder now. Unless is Buck Etchison killing it? He's not. Joe Wood, I'm going to have you called up to the majors. But I started second. I'm going to let Skeeter Newsom start at second and hope that if we improve our defense, our pitching staff will start looking better. No, actually, you're going to be there. Joe Wood, you're going to be my backup second baseman. And you're going to go ahead and be a pinch hitter. And then... Oh, Barrett's a right fielder. That was what I meant. You're not going to replace Busby. You're going to replace Neiman. Barrett goes there. And Neiman becomes a pinch hitter. And a primary backup at the corners. Heck, Butch, you can even get some first base time in if you want. I don't care. I'll tell you who's not going to be hitting cleanup, though. That's Skeeter Newsome, who's going to be hitting right above Ken Day. I do need a better catcher. I don't think I can get one, though. But maybe I can look and see if one is on offer. Make a trade, trading block. Give me catchers. Yeah, let's not fool ourselves in thinking we can afford you. I can try, but I have a feeling that I just can't have you. I think you're too expensive. I can't give you my starter. Nope. Not when Harry Danning, I bet, is going to be a lot easier to get a hold of. And he is. Not a lot easier, but easier. I can't trade my only competent hitter. I can't throw the towel in that far for this season. I don't really want to give up Blanton or Carpenter either. I don't want to give up anybody on this list, to be blunt with you. I mean, I guess maybe Blanton wouldn't be the worst to give up. Because, like, yes, he's having... he's giving up... He's not pitching well because of bad defense, but also his walk rate has spiked. And he's 35. So I think actually I will offer them Blanton. And then, can I get you to throw in Andy Lapahuska? I will happily give you Bill Burgo for that. You've got my old pal Jake Jones. I could bring him home. Yeah, this is good. Oh, wow. Apparently, Cy Blanton was secretly an asshole. I didn't even realize that. But more importantly, we have a much better catcher. And this is one of the things my owner wanted, was an upgraded catcher. So the loser here is going to actually be Ken O'Day. Because he can't defend at all. And I will just take the best player I can get. I guess I could take a mulligan. I think I will. This is just about... Wow, really? I didn't realize that the bad backup catcher was so popular, but I guess that makes sense because that's kind of how a lot of teams are. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and call up Lapihuska. Warren Spahn, I didn't plan on making you a Major League starter already, but here we are. And then, who among my pitchers has a decent level of stamina so I can make them into... What about a new guy? New guy is not very good at that. Well, Tommy Hughes, you're now the emergency starter long reliever, and you're going to hate me for it, and I'm just going to have to accept that. I've given up a lot of our depth in starting pitching to try to make this lineup workable. Is it going to pay off? I mean, probably not, but I'm hoping that improving defensively will make the whole team better and that we'll start seeing some improvement. But really, we need big time talent if we're going to compete in the National League, and we just don't have it. We will soon, especially if this next draft is a good one. But we don't have it now. Yeah, he is pretty unhappy with me. Oh, did I never reset? Yeah, that should definitely be Raleigh Ziedler teaching that. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and keep Ziedler. I think he's a decent third base coach. But I'm going to let both my hitting coach and my pitching coach walk because I think I've got some really talented coaches. Maybe not my pitching coach. We can keep him maybe for a bit more continuity. But I can definitely do better as a hitting coach. That's for sure. All right, let's move on. Yeah, Pat is making some improvements there. Rex Barney's throwing even harder now, which is great. I'm going to go right to the trading deadline, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm going to make any more trades. Who's Joe Mulligan? Oh, right. Can I send you to AAA? No. Can I put you on the 40-man and then send you to AAA? Also, no. I really didn't want Joe Mulligan, did I? I don't think I did. I mean, is Mulligan better than anyone I have now? Not really. I mean, I guess I'd rather have him than Red Lynn. So I guess we'll do that. So there you go. Happy pitching. Alright, that sucks. I don't like that. That's what happens when you have a very thin talent roster. Mo Franklin, you've earned at least a chance to be a backup. Cox is going to be the new third baseman. It doesn't matter because no one's hitting, so I don't know how I'd actually notice a difference if he's hitting second or not. And yeah. I know we had a lot, and I mean a lot, of lottery tickets this season. But the thing about lottery tickets is at some point, eventually, you get at least like a free lottery ticket. And none of our acquisitions have really done well besides Metkovich. Metkovich right now is making this team competitive. Almost beyond anybody else. Like, let's take a moment, right? Who actually has performed well for the Brooklyn Dodgers offensively this season? Metkovich already had him. Galland already had him. Or sorry, Metkovich is new. Gallant is truly a terrible first baseman. But he is just a first baseman, so whatever. Eddie Lake, I guess, has worked out okay. I don't really have any issues with him. How's Johnny Pesky doing? Is he being pesky for the Cubs? No, he's not. So, I mean, I guess I'll take that. It's a win, and that at least I got a better player. Why do you keep going back to default? I never told you to do that. Busby's not terrible. He's getting better. Newsom is my starter, which feels gross. Johnny Barrett just got acquired, but he looks like he's turning out alright so far. But yeah, it's very yikes. And we really need that big time contributor who can just. A first overall pick, if you will. I mean, Warren Spahn looks sensational so far. So that's a good thing. I'm not going to bother trading. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think the kind of talent we need is going to be available to us because, again, our owner is an asshole. Some things are happening here. Great. Pat, I need to see that contact go up and it's going down. That's the wrong direction. Oh, I didn't even think about looking at my other coaches. Personnel. Yeah, we can keep Bobby Byrne. He's not great, but he's not so bad that I think he needs to be replaced. And Bill Ludwig is actually a pretty good first base coach, so we can keep good old Billy Boy, too. You should definitely be reading the writing on the wall, by the way. Because I got fucking Walt Golvin here, who I think is going to be my Major League hitting coach this time next year. Assuming I still have a job. And I might actually get fired again. We'll see what happens. Friends, I really need you to give me at least 70 wins. I need to show that I'm making progress, or I'm going to get fired. And instead of making progress, you're not doing that. And I got fired mid-season. Damn. I guess I might as well finish the season. And then find a new job at the end of the season. I am not taking any fucking blame for this. The owner was just not letting me spend money for no reason whatsoever. I'm already getting job offers. Well, I didn't expect that. I'm gonna wait till the off season. I'm gonna wait till the off season, and then I can have my pick. All right. So, who would be willing to hire me at this point? So we've got the Philadelphia teams, the White Sox, the Cubs, the Boston Braves, and the Washington Senators. So let's see which of those teams has had the most trouble. I've been fired from 2 jobs in a row. I kind of would like a little bit more stability, to be honest with you. And I swear to God, if it turns out that there is an amazing player in this draft pool. Oh, good. It turns out that it actually wasn't a great draft either. I feel better now. The Senators pick 3rd overall. Well, let's actually see historically how these teams have done. Because again, I want to make an impact. I don't want to make a team that was already great even better. So the Boston Braves have won 4 world titles, but are still only 484. The White Sox have 8 titles. I don't think there's much I can do to make that any better. You know, the Senators actually seem like an interesting challenge. They've only got 1 title. They're just over 500. And when was their title? 1872. The Washington Senators it is. And it's a big market, so hopefully I won't have the same issues. All right. So let's talk about what this team actually has to offer. Rosters and transactions, please. We got 2 good pitchers, a good reliever, a pretty good first baseman, an okay second baseman, an okay second baseman, an okay shortstop, a pretty good left fielder, a pretty decent defensive center fielder, and a surprisingly good right fielder. This is not as bad a team as it looks. It needs a much better pitching staff. That is without question. But I see a lot of potential here. There's obviously lots of places we can get better. No denying that. But I see an awful lot of potential here. I am good with this. Why is Nap Reyes not my starting third baseman? Like, yeah, he's a little bit worse defensively, but he's significantly better as a hitter. And Billy Werber is just whatever. I guess he's not the worst. Alright. Well, we definitely have some decisions to make. And oh god, do we need to fix this pitching staff. Like, this may be the worst pitching staff I've ever inherited for a club. And we're having to do it knowing that the Dodgers are going to get 2 consecutive picks, which means all players. I mean, there's some good choices here. Do I trust my scout? Is my scout any good? I'm going to need to hire some people here in a minute, but I'm not worried about that right now. Ah, perfect. I actually have an excellent scouting director. That's great. That is tremendous. Bench coach. You're very meh. You're very meh. You're very meh. You're all meh. Well, let's get me an assistant GM. Someone who cares about... GM ratings. Sure, Bill Thornton, you're in. A good bench coach. I want someone who's amazing at development and mechanics, if I can get both. Walter Lonergan is pretty good at all three things, so let's go ahead and invite him to be my bench coach. And then I need a AA hitting coach. Let's take Vincent Maney. I think there won't be a lot of competition for him. There we go. Alright, friends. We're going to put in some work. There's definitely some dead wood to get rid of on this team, so I think we can make some upgrades and still have a better team at the end of the day. Look, we're paying 3 catchers a major league salary. One of whom is actively terrible. Like, why are we paying Tom Turner anything? Let alone $11,000. It doesn't make sense to me. But that'll all be next episode. Man. I guess I'm not surprised I got fired by the Dodgers. But that was just a major dick move. To just constantly say, you get no money. When we already had, like, a bottom half payroll. Like, I can't give you a competitive team that costs no money. That's not how baseball works. Because I don't have the advantage that the Tampa Bay Rays does. I don't have a massive farm system with lots of talent. There may not be a single major leaguer in my minor league system right now. Well, that's not true. Frank Dolzak is at least close. Alright, though. That is it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, this is Bit of Indian, and I bid you good day.